In this video we are going to talk about top 10 future electric cars. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for future. There are so many electric cars and SUVs planned for the next few years, it's becoming difficult to keep track of them all. While some upcoming EVs have already been officially unveiled with promised specs and launch dates, others are still concept cars or in the early stages of development. Whether it's a fully electric version of an existing car, an optional electric powertrain that becomes available as part of a vehicle's redesign, or a brand new electric vehicle that's designed from the ground up, EVs of all shapes and sizes are beginning to arrive in rapid succession. Here is the list of top 10 future electric cars. Let's start. Number 10. The Volvo X90. Volvo is going electric by 2030. That process will begin in earnest with a new all-electric flagship SUV, which Volvo confirmed will be called the EX90. It will be sold alongside a refreshed version of the combustion XC90 to start. And like that gracefully aging crossover, the X90 should set the tone for Volvo's next generation of vehicles. Volvo revealed details about the sustainable materials used in the EX90. The wood trim is FSC certified. Seats can be optioned with a humane and environmentally friendly wool blend. Textiles are made from recycled plastic bottles. And Volvo says that 110 pounds of the vehicle comes from either recycled plastics or bio-based materials. The Volvo EX90 will have bi-directional charging capability. The Volvo EX90 will have the first interior radar system. It will be the safest car Volvo has produced. The Volvo EX90 should look a lot like the concept Recharge. It may drive itself. Eventually. Volvo has confirmed a reveal date for the X90 on November 9, 2022. Number 9. Mercedes-Benz EQS. It's a bespoke electric Mercedes. Up until now, there's been a reluctance about EVs from the company that invented the automobile. A sense of, oh, if we have to. Which is why the EQA, EQB, EQC crossovers and EQV van are all battery-stuffed versions of existing Mercedes underpinnings. And as a result, they're heavy and more cramped than a ground-up, clean-sheet EV. That's what the EQS is, all new. Not an electrified S-Class, but an S-Class-sized luxury saloon riding on a new platform big enough to contain a massive 107.8 kilowatt-hours battery in its enormous wheelbase. It's a 5-meter-long riposte to all the EV newcomers. Mercedes is here for the new era, and it's thrown everything it's got at this flagship. Up to 10 degrees of rear wheel steering gives the EQS the maneuverability of an A-Class and superlative high-speed stability. It rides on air suspension that can log bumps and share their location with other local Mercs so colleagues soften their suspension in time to cushion the pothole. Its cabin is isolated with noise-canceling technology. It's not the fastest. The EQS can accept rates of up to 200 kilowatts, which is slower than Audi's e-tron GT, Porsche Taycan and the Tesla Clan can manage. Number 8. Jaguar I-Pace. The boldest of bold moves from Jaguar. An all-electric SUV. The first credible rival to Tesla's premium EV dominance, a car that beat its German rivals to market in a radical piece of design. The I-Pace signaled the start of something big when it first launched in 2018 that mainstream manufacturers, not just Silicon Valley startups and BMW, were prepared to invest properly in building new from the ground up electric cars you might actually want to own, and might be able to afford. The I-Pace will charge at about 22 miles per hour from a 7 kilowatts home wallbox. Number 7. Volkswagen ID.4. Top Gear is a British thing, but we make this site for the world. So here's some global perspective. Among all the VW Group electric family, projected to shift millions of units, the ID.4 will be the worldwide pinnacle seller. By mid-2022 it'll be flowing off the lines in 2 German factories, 2 in China and 1 in the US. Number 6. Kia EV6. It's a large, pure electric hatchback SUV with polarizing styling, tons of useful tech and excellent attitude, in the same vein as the equally recent Ioniq 5 from Hyundai. Literally. And yes, both are much bigger than they appear in pictures, it's not just perspective. We've already driven the Hyundai Ioniq 5 and liked it very much, and Kia's EV6 is essentially a platform share, sister car with the 5 and the forthcoming Genesis GV60. Thanks to an interwoven corporate and brand structure that's big on common resources. It's based on the new electric global modular platform called EGMP, has the same, standard in the UK, 800-volt charging architecture and largely the same hardware and drivetrain options. All get more than 300 miles of WLTP range, and we don't get the smaller batteried, 58 kWh battery, 250 miles of range, cars in the UK, at least at launch. Number 5. Renault Megane E-Tech. This is Renault's new family hatch. Its full name is Megane E-Tech Electric, and that's because it's designed and built all in for battery power. There won't be a version with an engine. That frees up the design and proportions, and removes many compromises from the engineering. The Megane is one of a whole flotilla of upcoming electric cars from multiple brands, all using versions of the same platform. Renault's alliance partner uses it for the intriguing Aria crossover. Alpine will turn it into a high-performance electric crossover coupe. There'll be bigger Renaults, and Mitsubishis too. And in a couple of years the same underduds will spawn the next Nissan Leaf, which will be reinvented as a compact crossover built at Sunderland. At which point the overused phrase, "no pressure then," looms over the horizon. Number 4. Ford Mustang Mach-E. Ford's first fully-fledged electric car. And that makes it very important indeed. You won't find a Ford badge on it anywhere. It's available with either a 75, standard range, or 98 kWh, extended range, battery, and with either a single motor, rear-wheel drive, or twin motor, all-wheel drive, layout. Claimed range is up to 372 miles, making it one of the longest-haul electric cars around. The entry-level car weighs just under 2 tons and has 265 bhp, while the most potent GT version, capable of 0 to 62 miles per hour in 3.7 seconds, has 480 bhp. Number 3. Tesla Model Y. It's Tesla's fourth four-door, after the Model S Big Saloon, the Model X Big SUV, and the Model 3 Small Saloon, which the Model Y is pretty closely based on. In fact, the Y shares 3/4 of its parts with the 3. It's just a bit longer and taller. The Model 3 seats sit on huge plinths for a commanding driving position. Sooner or later, there'll be a 7-seater option, likely with rearward-facing folding chairs. And while the Model Y doesn't get the Model X's Falcon doors, it does inherit its 15-inch touchscreen interface from the 3. And a round steering wheel. Phew. Tesla does like to chop and change its specs quite often, but for now at least this is really simple. You get a 75 kWh lithium-ion battery, which is rated on the WLTP test as good for 331 miles in this long-range dual motor spec. For a long-range dual motor spec in the UK, as seen here, you pay a tenner under £55,000. Number 2. Honda E. Honda clearly isn't going Tesla chasing with this one. The dimensions are Fiat 500 plus a bit wider than a Jazz, but actually narrower when you take into account it has no wing mirrors. This is very much an urban runaround. A range of 137 miles means you won't want to stray too far from town, but a choice of 134 bhp and 152 bhp versions, both with decent performance, especially up to 30 miles per hour. A chassis that's been shown some of Honda's handling love and a configurable driving experience mean it's not out of its depth if you fancy a proper drive and have the battery to spare. Number 1. Tesla Model 3. The Tesla Model 3 is an American 4-door saloon car with rear or four-wheel drive, seating for 5 people at a pinch, and a touchscreen inside. Sure, it's all electric, but it hardly sounds a verified big deal, does it? But the Tesla Model 3 is one of the most important big deals of the 21st century so far. This is Tesla's long-awaited affordable entry-level car, designed to take on the best-selling likes of the BMW 3 Series, Audi A4, and Mercedes C-Class, not to mention their slow-off-the-mark electric cousins. And thanks to Tesla's viral, household name status and the ambition of the car's features, the Model 3 has become a phenomenon. So this is our today's video. If you like our video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel or hit the bell icon. We will meet again with another interesting topic. Till then, stay safe and stay happy. Thanks for watching.